So it kind of just started like everyone else's. Most people start by experimenting and partying with friends in high school, and that's kind of a normal beginning. I partied probably a little bit harder than most people, and I met this guy that I ended up getting pregnant by. I was very good during my pregnancy, wouldn't even drink soda. I wanted to be a perfect mom. I had my daughter and I was 18. Didn't touch any hard drugs after that. I didn't want to do any of those. But I would smoke weed. He basically liked to go out and cheat and didn't want me to call his phone, so he tricked me into smoking crack. That's pretty much how my last 15-year roller coaster of addiction started. I got tricked into trying crack, so I would be too consumed with that than to call him and find out where he was. I needed something to kind of take away from that, and so I switched to heroin, and that kind of just took over very quickly, very, very, very quickly. But I didn't smoke crack anymore, so that was sort of a good thing, I guess. But the thing with heroin is it's a physical addiction on top of your mental addiction, so you need it all the time. I mean, you're sick without it. It got really bad, and that's kind of how I met DJ. He was a friend of a friend. That's my husband now. He was a friend of a friend. He needed a place to stay, and we let him stay at our house. And my ex-husband went crazy and decided to destroy the entire house, the whole thing. I walked out. It was probably the best decision I ever made in my life. And my husband now, we were both addicts, so you kind of jump from one relationship to another and you're not any better off. I mean, I wasn't being abused, but I was still using drugs. All of a sudden I find out I'm pregnant. I'm addicted to 5 grams of heroin a day, and what do you do at that point? I mean, a doctor tells you if you stop using, there's a 95% chance your baby's not going to make it. But they won't help you either. I must have gotten turned away from about a dozen places. They all told me the same thing. Hey, we know you need the help more than anybody that walks in here, but, if you lose that pregnancy, we don't want to get sued, so you're more of a liability than it's worth, but, good luck to you. And I think it's hospitals, private doctors, rehab centers, detox rehabs for pregnant women. Everywhere told me the same thing, except for intensive treatment systems, which I found at about 7 months pregnant. The staff, they were wonderful. When I first started here, it almost felt like everywhere else that I had gone and being turned away, especially at some of the hospitals, that they were very judgmental. I mean, here you are pregnant and using heroin, but you don't have a choice. They understand all this. This is what they do. This is what they deal with. It was like, walking into people with open arms, wanting to help you. I mean, they were completely accepting. I did not feel like I was being judged at all. I just felt like they were trying to help. I mean, they understand what you're going through. They set me up with a ride to get here every day. They gave me, set me up with a doctor, just so many resources, and like I said, it's just not the judgment. I mean, you're just so used to being judged by everyone when you're an addict, and, sometimes it's you just expect that, and you don't have to expect that. I mean, it's not how it should be, and they're not like that here. They just want to help. They do. It was wonderful.